Good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to... It's second down. These Packers have the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Bears, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You block over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now Jones. And a nice Nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dillon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Fields. He'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's complete to Smith-Marset. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down and goal. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Back to throw. Fields. Open man. He finds Kaman. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
26.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
150, and you block over here.
Rodgers now on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Hey, 626.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Fields. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run? Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fields now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a first down throw. Fields. He'll find Smith-Marsette complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
On first down, it's Fields. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Bears at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's taken in by Smith-Marsette. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
I'll tell you what, it looks like he's shaking up that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Throw Throwing is Rodgers. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
26.
Here's Rodgers. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Right. Back one. Hit 30.
Up the middle, Jones. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, that's headed in. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's
always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Fields on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
On first down, Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, and he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Now it's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To the air again, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Fields. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bears. Byron. touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 27, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bears take over. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. That's going to be caught by Coulter.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Like the footwork back there. I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Jones. He'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. And this is caught. Touchdown.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Fields on 3rd down. That's taken in by Smith-Marset. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 50, here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt, you can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the key.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play, because remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Huh, interesting. One final try now for Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box